Public schools across Ohio are now waiting to see what may happen with the state budget as lawmakers debate how much money should go to education. Some are bracing for cuts in state funding. 13 Action News anchor Josh Krupp spoke with one superintendent who's crunching the numbers. Josh is live with us this afternoon. Josh?
Hey, Tony, a review of the initial budget proposal from Governor Mike DeWine shows several school districts across Northwest Ohio will get smaller shares of state funding than they did in the last budget. Perrysburg school leaders crunching the numbers, giving us what we see here, showing declines for several local districts over the next 2 fiscal years. Governor DeWine's budget funds the final phase-in of the school funding formula that lawmakers implemented in 2021. That formula balances the local and state share of what it takes to pay for a child's education. Think of it as a seesaw. The state's side looks at several data points, including salaries. The local side includes things like property values and wages. We know those have gone up, but Perrysburg Superintendent Tom Hostler tells me part of his issue with this initial budget proposal is that the state isn't updating its inputs in the formula. He says if state funding increases, or if state funding does not increase or continue to stay at the level where it is and ends up decreasing, local taxpayers may be asked to make up part of the difference.
And so what ends up happening is it just flips that switch to now we're seeing, us having to go to local taxpayers because the state essentially is saying these school districts like Perrysburg are becoming wealthier on paper. So you have the ability to go to your local taxpayers. Anyone who's been paying attention knows that going to local taxpayers and asking for more funds is not a very easy proposition.
Perrysburg voters have rejected multiple levies in recent years. Now, funding for private school vouchers and charter schools increases by almost $500 million in the governor's budget. But we're still very early in this process. Lawmakers will be making changes to it between now and the end of June. A key debate that they'll be having, Tony, how much money goes to education and what kind of education? Back to you.